Hello everyone, Jose J. Garcia, real estate investor coach and mentor here. So let's do deals Tuesday, every Tuesday. Make sure you mute yourself on the background if you can, just to avoid a little bit of background noise. If you do have a deal, a comment, or you want to speak up, simply unmute yourself and or raise your hand. Drop a comment. There should be some comments also on the comment chat box. Make sure you check that for announcements, advertisements, and information. So let's get started on here. A few things, a couple announcements. Again, if anybody has a deal, let me know. We'll bring you up on the floor and talk about that as well. But okay, new inventory brought in. Most of what we're bringing in right now does have to be moved. We will be uploading it on the spreadsheet y'all all know about. If you're new to this and you do not get the spreadsheet, let us know. Let us know so we can add you to our CRM as well. Email so you get the advertisements, coachings, any events coming up as well. So you'll get that. But yes, drop it on the comment box. And we do have Monica as well on here, so I'm sure she'll be posting her email. You can always get with her as well. She is GMHU sales agent. Here we go. Hi, Monica. Yes, ma'am. And of course, Jasenia over here as well, part of the team. So
Okay. Ahorita. Invítame algo, loco.
all right. So new inventory, we'll post it. It's not going to be on tonight, but tomorrow morning, you should be able to see it on there as well. So like I said, most of what's going to be coming in here in the next couple weeks or so is going to be probably mobile homes we have to be moved. So if you know of park owners, park managers, people with parcels, real estate that need a mobile home on their land, let us know. There's ways for you to start coming in and start making money right away as well. Be a connector, referral fee. I mean, some of these you can probably wholesale as well. Just, there's many ways we can all connect on here. Let's all work together. Okay. Now let me start on that real quick as to bringing deals. It strikes me, and we have with our coaches, a coach very similar, only at a much larger scale as you would imagine. But it's the deals that you bring on here and you present. We are a platform of mobile home investors. It's a network. Now, on this call here, we typically get at most, I think I've seen 30 people join us at one time. But some of you may forget that we also record the call. We share it on our YouTube where we have a few thousand people on there. And then we also share it on the Facebook group page where we have over 4,000 people on there as well. Along with that, of course, it goes on our LinkedIn, social media, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere. It goes everywhere. So what I'm getting at is that any deal that you pitch on here, whether it's investors see it on here on this call live, or they catch it tomorrow during the replay, there's a lot of exposure that you can get by bringing your deals on here. I think over the past, and I'm not even going to go too far back, let's just say over the past 90 days, over the past 3 months, I think maybe 2-3 people have brought deals on here. Now, I know that most of the deals that you see on here are a lot more affordable, if you will, the way we have them, and it's because of the system that we have. We've come in and we network with the park owner, park manager, so we're able to get these homes at a lot higher of a discount, if you will. But that does not mean that your deal is not a deal, even if it is more. I've heard that. Well, my deals aren't as cheap as yours. I think it's the term they use. That's fine. Bring it on here anyway. No deal is the same. No investment is the same. What is a deal to me may not be to somebody else. And what your deal may be, could be for other people. So just, bring your deals on here. Invite people on this calls. If you know somebody trying to get into mobile home investing, bring them on here. One thing that I've done in the past, and that can really help a lot of people, because I've done a lot of consultation here lately. And the consultation was set more so to explain what the GMHU was, what the coaching programs were, what all conducted on that. It has become more of a Q&A really, which I'm fine for now. But it's really more of a Q&A of people just bring in their 20 questions real quick and get all you can get. That's plenty fine. Again, for now, we'll go with that. But a lot of the questions that I'm continuing to get are the same thing. The numbers. Well, what can I offer here? What is this worth? And it's all good questions, but it tells me yet again, if you do not know your numbers, you do not know how to invest wisely. If you don't know your numbers, how do you know what's a good deal, bad deal, okay deal? Can you negotiate into a good deal? The one deal that you don't want is the one that you have to force into a deal, because it usually doesn't work out. And I see that all too often with especially new investors coming in. They just want to get that first deal. Let me just go in and get it under my belt. And it turns into not being a great of a deal. And it's because the numbers were never there to begin with. So that being said, is if you do bring a deal on here and we can break it down, present a deal to me. Let's put it that way. I want one of y'all now, or listen to the replay. Bring a deal on here as if you were pitching it to me. I want to break it down and I want to show you what I'm looking at. What is it that I determine when I'm looking at the mobile home? Now, here's the thing. A lot of you want to invest in other states, other cities, other counties. Can it be done? Yes, yes, yes. But if you have not mastered your market yet, there's really no reason why you should be venturing into other markets just yet. Now, give it a few exceptions, California, New York, areas like that. I would probably say, okay, you might want to venture somewhere else because of the markets. That's okay too. But again, you have to know what you're looking at. If you do not know what the market numbers are, if you do not know what the numbers overall are, how do you know what is a good or bad deal? And that was two of the consultations today was, well, I might go ahead and list it for this, or I might just go for that. And the reality is, if you just guesstimate, I mean, it may sell. You may buy it. I don't know. It may work out, but that's not a business. Maybe is not how we operate, right? So bring deals on here. I encourage you all. If you know somebody, get into mobile home investing, and it can involve land, by the way. Yes, if it has land on it, bring it on here. No, we typically don't do houses stick built because this is mobile home investing. But if it has land, if it's a park, bring it on. If it's a park, send it to me directly. But if it has land, I'll be happy to break it down again. So I think that's a good challenge for y'all. Bring me a deal. Let me break it up for you and show you what I'm looking at. And I'll tell you yes or no. It's a good deal or it's not. Okay. Any questions so far?
Hey, yeah, I have one question. My name's Osoy. We spoke
how you
earlier,
doing?
and I'm fine. And you?
You were one of my consultations.
Yeah. And you told me about the meeting today, so I joined. I'm gonna try to join every Tuesday. I just got off work right now on the way home. And so my question was, you said you buy like parks, right? Like parks full of mobile homes?
We do it all. Yes.
Okay, all right, sounds good. I wanted to know if I was hearing correct. That was my only question right now.
Okay. Well, yeah, no, definitely. The host out here since he spoke up. He was one of my consultations today. So yes, and that's dedication. He just got off work and he's on the call. That's what I'm talking about. Good, productive. Okay. Well, so let me break down a little bit the markets, what I'm talking about. Some of you may know I visited Flint. What was it, last week? Last week or the week before? I don't know what day it is. It's Tuesday. Last week I visited Flint, Indiana, and I went up there to look at almost 30 mobile homes, which we did. But again, you have to know the numbers. If the numbers don't check out, it doesn't really matter where they are at. It could be in my backyard. It could be 2 states away. If the numbers don't check out, you just simply cannot. Now, one exit strategy may not work for every market. Every exit strategy doesn't work in every market, right? So when I went up there and checked out these homes, there's nothing different, nothing special. Same type as what you see. Mobile homes, single wides, double wides, different sizes, bedrooms, etc. The majority of them were Michigan. Thank you, Casey. Flint, Michigan. They checked out. I liked them, but I immediately, now I did something I typically don't do. I was in a hurry to get up there, networking, etc. And I was ready to take a breather, if you will. So I went out for a ride, if you will. So that's what I did. But when I got up there, I really started narrowing down on the markets. So what are the market numbers that you need to know when you're investing in mobile homes? This is something you should do before you go out in the field and try to buy or invest in a mobile home, right? ARVs, after repair values. That is the number one number that you need to pay attention to, right? Move-in readies. What is it that they're selling for? Now, we at mobile home investing, we don't have the luxury like real estate. There is no Zillow, Trulia, FMLS, MLS, none of the above, right? If it does have real estate on it, land or that sort of thing, you probably will see them on there, but that's a different type of investment. What we're buying, the fixer-uppers like what Monica has behind her, now that would be an ARV, move-in ready. I want to know what those are selling for in the market, in a park. If I'm going to invest in a park, one of the first calls I'm going to do is going to be the park manager. One, introduce yourself. I had another consultation last night and I was helping the gentleman help his pitch. His pitch was good, I thought, but I was helping him pitch. It just brought to my mind on there. So you have to introduce yourself. A park manager can make or break you. So you don't want to work around them ever. That doesn't work out. Maybe one deal in and out, get out, that's fine. But again, if you're trying to network, invest, and continue your investing in a park, it is best that you build a relationship and network with the park management. So I would introduce myself and immediately ask them, what are 3-bedroom, 2-bath, single wide selling for? A move-in ready. And they'll tell you, what is a double wide? What has sold in the past 30, 60, 90 days? See, you're getting facts, numbers, so that you know what you can sell. If I was to come into this park and get a 3-bedroom, 2-bath regardless of how distressed it may be. When it's time to turn around and sell it, when it's moving ready, here are the potential numbers that I can get for it. Now, obviously, if you can get pictures of it and see what kind of rehab they've done, that would also help you. No rehab is the same, no investment is the same. Somebody's way of rehabbing may not be yours kind of thing. But then again, even so, you're paying attention to numbers. Okay. So I will start with always that. What are the final numbers? From there, you simply work yourself backwards, right? So, okay, if I can sell, and I'm going to use Georgia numbers here. If I can sell this mobile home, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, single wide, 16 by 80, let's just say, okay, 20,000. Okay, 20,000 is a good starting number as to what I can sell. Okay, sure, if we create a note, we finance, we can tag on some interest, we'll get a bit more. Okay, but we're keeping that number in mind. Simple, 20,000. Somebody's selling you the mobile home for 10,000. It is very, very distressed. It needs a lot of work, a lot of rehab. Estimated 5,000 to 6,000 maybe. And we're using simple numbers again. Add those two numbers up already and tell me, is that a good deal? Because we need to stop already right there. Do we need to go ahead and account for the labor, for the utilities, for the insurance, etc.? You see how these are starting to add up and we're getting closer and closer to the number as the ARVs. That's not a good deal. And this is why you work backwards, because you want to add up all these numbers and see what it is that you can get on your ROI, return on your investment, right? Now, one thing that I see a lot of investors, especially new coming in, is you try to lower your numbers on material, on labor. If you deliver a poor product, you cannot ask for ARVs that are selling in the market, right? You cannot expect 20,000 if you deliver a poor product. So the only number that can come down is not the labor or the material. Even though we have a strategy for that, you have to lower the number of the actual mobile home. That's the negotiation there. And explain your offer. That's another thing. And that was another consultation that I had, is you're too quick to immediately offer something. A seller says, give me 10,000, and your immediate response is, I'll give you 2,000. That's the end of the conversation. Why? Because you put the seller in a defense mode, right? They already think, one thing about all sellers, whether it's real estate or mobile homes, they all think their home is worth the most. They always have a comparable with something across the street behind them, sold 30, 60, 90 days that look beautiful, moving ready, even though theirs is not in it. You're not going to tell them that, right? But they're compared to something that is not the same of equal value. So you have to explain your offer, meaning that you have to let them know why it is that you're offering what you're offering. Mr. Seller, I know that you're asking 10,000 for this mobile home, but based on the fair market value, the year, the condition, this is what I can offer you. And explain. Now, I know the one across the street you're comparing it to. They had a new roof, they painted all the walls, they put new carpet, new vinyl. I think they even updated their central heat and air, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Yours, no disrespect, but it needs a lot of work. That being said, I'm taking all the risks. You see, you're bringing them down to earth more so than anything. You're not beating them up. You're not taking your properties. Don't beat up anybody. Don't take their properties, okay? And offer fair market value. But the only way to know the fair market value numbers, again, is by knowing what the final numbers are and simply working yourself backwards. Any questions so far? Monica, I'm paying no attention to the chat box. If there's any questions on there, you can read them to me out loud if you like.
There was just one, but just hadn't answered. It asked, where can the deals come from? What location is best with you?
Any and everywhere. Our goal in the next 5 years is nationwide, and it may be further than that, because my understanding, the more and more I talk to people overseas and do some of these podcasts internationally, I understand there's mobile homes in Germany, Sweden, France, they're everywhere. So we might just venture. That's a little early for that, but we'll talk about that later. But yes, right now is nationwide. That is our goal. I was heavily trying to get into New Mexico, Arizona, and Texas this year. It is not going to happen. There's just no way. With all the things that we're doing with the business, we're growing, we're becoming bigger and bigger, and we need it. It's not going to happen this year. I did venture out to Flint, Michigan. Thank you for that correction again. And I was thinking possibly up there. Okay, so let me talk about those numbers real quick. Flint, Michigan, why did it not work out? If the mobile homes were no different than what's down here, what we're used to, what is it that didn't check out, or why are we not moving forward with them? Okay, back to one exit strategy doesn't work in every market, and all exit strategies don't work in every market. Okay. Prim said the water. I don't know what Prim's talking about. Okay, the mobile homes, we could possibly get them for same value, you know, distress is what we get with the park managers, park owners. The rehabs, I estimated on the few that I did reviewed, went in there with the park manager, we had them around probably 4,000 to 5,000, very similar numbers, right? But when it comes to resale, I was told very quickly that, okay, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, single wide, move-in ready in this area, tops. And that's if you really outdo yourself. Okay, now listen to what I'm saying, really outdo yourself. We're looking around 12,000. Okay, 12,000 is not going to work if you think about it. Now, again, that investment may be okay for certain people, and there's nothing wrong with it. I think we're a little spoiled on the numbers down here. You know, it used to be where we can be all in a quarter into the final resale. We're more into a third until the prices of the mobile homes really start going up, right? Meaning that if I can resell a mobile home for 20,000, I don't want to be in more than about 7,500. That's top number. Okay. It used to be more around 5,000, even 4,000. It just depends. But again, why? Well, material has gone up and it's going to continue to go up. The prices of mobile homes are definitely starting to go up. I'm slowly seeing them here and there. They're starting to go up and it will continue to do so. But until they keep up, you're probably going to be in a third and two. I don't want to be half in two. If I had to put 6,000 to 7,000 into the mobile home to get 10,000 out of it, you know, is that really worth my investment? Maybe if it was in my back door, something quick that I could possibly do, I might, maybe, but it's just not there. Okay. Now, could you come in and do the same type of rehab, take the same type of homes and turn them into a forever and ever rental? So you see, I don't do rentals. That's just me personally. I don't care to be a landlord. There's nothing wrong with landlord. It is the longest passive income. Okay. So you could go in and do that. And that's where one of those exit strategies would work. Could you come in and wholesale some of those? You could do that. Could you come in and quick flip them as is? You could do that. Could you come in and do notes, create and finance? You can do that. But again, now your numbers are lower. So one thing to keep in mind. Why are
Okay, there's
mobile
a
homes?
question. Yeah,
Go ahead
Go
and
ahead.
read it, Monica.
sorry. Why are mobile homes treated as cars or personal property?
Because they have a
Say,
title.
Well, because they can be moved. It is considered property. It's not considered real estate. So real estate is basically property and the land. You cannot pick that property up and move it. So in any state, it's considered property. So it carries a title. It doesn't carry a deed per se, like a regular real property.
Yeah.
Good response. Absolutely. Now, remember, if it's a single wide, you got one title. If it's a double wide, you have two titles. Now, can you turn it into real estate? Yes, you can. You can detitle the mobile home, whether it's a single or double wide, and make it part of the deed, part of real estate, parcel, piece of land. Won't ever happen in a park. Don't ask that. Somebody asked that yesterday too. Can you detitle a mobile home into a park? No, I mean, nobody would ever do that. But you can convert it into real estate and therefore also adding value. Big misconception is that all mobile homes depreciate much like a car, and they do. But if you do title it and you do your homework right, you do your work right and set it up structure accordingly, that mobile home can actually appreciate versus depreciate. So it's, you know, there's many, and this is one of many reasons why we love mobile homes is we have so many more exit strategies that we can do. I'm working on 2 exit strategies right now. I was going to advertise about them. I was even going to coach about them, but I'm not. I'm going to keep it to myself till January 1st, 2022. I'll tell Jasenia about it and Monica. Yeah, I'll tell you about it. But I'm working on a couple things, and it's just 2 more exit strategies that we can bring into mobile homes because it's always about that creative. Be creative, right? So we have that going on. Now, one thing that I was going to see, and this is one thing that I'm starting to get a lot from a lot of investors, is pushback from park owners. That kind of brought to my attention there. The Sunday upcoming call is I'm going to go ahead and make it on what's your responsibility in a park. We have a few investors that are investing in the mobile home park down in Central Georgia, where the park owner, nice guy, but he pushes back. And anywhere he can get you to do his work, he's going to do it. Let me make sure he's not on the call. He's not on the call, so he'll probably hear the replay. Okay, there's a responsibility from a resident and there's a responsibility from a park owner, right? Now, when you think about a park, think about it almost like an RV or camper. Say you're traveling down the road and you got your camper, right? You're pulling it and you pull up to an RV or camper site. Okay, this is about as simple as I can make it for y'all. You pull up to a park, okay, and you say, I want to rent a pad for a week, a night, whatever you need, okay, what all comes with it? Well, you would expect obviously that, hey, it comes with water, comes with power, and possibly internet, Wi-Fi, maybe not, but it definitely comes with the essentials of power and water. Now, what if that park owner, the manager, whoever's in the office told you, well, the water isn't currently working there, or hey, the power's not really connected. You take care of it though when you get there. What would your response to that be? The same way works in parks where we invest in. And I think a lot of times we start confusing these things as to, oh, what is actually my responsibility? I will have a coaching call on this because I want to clarify this, and I will go in specific this upcoming Sunday, okay, on the new coaching series, on the Sunday coaching series. But bottom line is anything inside the mobile home, okay, from the base of the mobile home up, that's your responsibility. Anything past that, underground, okay, even if it does include the panel box, the post, if that is damaged, is that your responsibility? I'll let you in on Sunday. Any more questions, Monica?
Yes, sir. Jasena answered, but it says, can a mobile home last as long as a regular home?
I don't think so. They can last a lot longer. You know, some mobile homes only have a lifespan of about 20 years. I mean, they last a lot longer. I invest in some mobile homes that are as early as 1960s and they're still around. I think that if you take care of them, whether you're a landlord and resident, whoever you are, they will last a long time, but I don't see them being around for a couple hundred years. I don't think so. I could be wrong, but no, not as long as a stick built. No. All right, so deals wise, I didn't even get to the deal. See, I treated this like a coaching call. This is what happens. I get the talking. So, all right, coach, let's do deals Tuesday. I have not uploaded as much inventory as I have. As a matter of fact, I have not taken up as much inventory as I can. There are so many deals that we have available that are actually not on the sheet. Now, one of the reasons is we're starting to push more and more. We have a couple sales agents. We're about to get more sales agents that are going to come into part of the team. Like I mentioned, Yesenia, she is in charge of them. We'll give her proper introduction soon as well, but she's taking care of a lot of these things. And a lot of the reason why we're not putting the inventory is we want to get rid of some of this older inventory that is sitting. I assure you guys, if these deals are on the spreadsheet, they are a good deal. No investment is the same, no deal is the same, but they all have great ROIs. And don't forget one thing, when you come into our sheet, you are coming into parks that approve subleasing, that approve investors. You can avoid the hard no. Can I invest in your park? No, we gotten rid of that for you. So get a deal out of the spreadsheet. If you need help with it, breaking it down, set up a free consultation, get with Monica. I'll be happy to spend the 15 minutes with you, simply breaking down the deal and telling you why it checks out. Happy to do so. Inventory, like I mentioned, we will upload a few more tomorrow, probably Thursday. So keep up with the sheet. If you don't have our Excel yet, send Monica an email. She can send it to you. Each and every time that you open it, you are getting the latest and greatest because it does get uploaded each and every time, whether it's by myself, Monica, Jasenia, or whoever it is, the sales agent that's coming in and uploading information in it. All right, we're narrowing down to the 7:30. So I do have another coaching right after this as well. So any last questions?
I just want to remind people about the shadow event coming up for November the 6th. So if you guys are close to Georgia, don't miss it, especially if you are new to all this, the mobile home investing. Make sure you don't miss that. It's going to be awesome. You're going to have great speakers. You're going to learn a lot. So I suggest for you guys to call me, set up the time to talk to me so you can get the tickets. And again, Mr. Garcia is probably thinking about, you know, maybe charging a little bit more because whatever he's charging right now is like a deal, you know. I know that I've been to events where you pay thousands of dollars, but having him and all these people that are gonna, like contractors and people that are gonna show you about the management for park managers, you're gonna learn a lot. It's like a steal. So if you're around that area, go. And even if you 5, 6, 10 hours away, make it happen. It's worth it. So, and if those of you that are new also to new in the call, we do have the website that you can visit. I'll put it here, and it has different options that you can join, so you can learn how to grow your business, or if you're a beginner investor, how to get better at your business. So that way you don't have to struggle and, you know, start everything from scratch, but you have a mentor that will guide you through the process. and that would avoid a lot of mistakes. So I'll go ahead and put the email there, my email, and contact me if you have any questions. And I'll go ahead and also put your the website, so that way you can check it out.
You can have results or you can have excuses, one or the other, but you can't have both. Absolutely. Great.
Yep.
Hope to see as many as you are joining us this Saturday. If not this Sunday, don't forget, I think that's a great call. Your responsibility as an investor in a park you invest in. That's going to be a good call. All right. Well, here's a little challenge for you watching all here live, or if you watch the replay next Tuesday. I want to see multiple pages of this. Bring somebody, bring a friend, bring a relative, bring in everybody who wants to invest in mobile homes. I hope to see them on here. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Jasenia, was there anything you wanted to add before I end the call?
Yes, this call this is going to actually be multiplied. We're going to open the floor for new investors to go ahead and post their deals. Like Jose said, no is too much of a deal or less of a deal for someone you don't know who's going to be on here. Please make sure you invite as many people as you can, as we're going to be blasting this link out to everybody as well. So if you know somebody who is interested in purchasing a mobile home, if you know someone who's interested in investing, or even someone who's just kind of getting their feet wet, or is just curious about the process, invite them on. This is a perfect call for them to be able to really get a good insight on what is available and what can come in the future.
Absolutely. Our goal for 2022, one of many, is going to be to grow these calls massive. So we're starting now. Most people, wait till New Year's Eve, New Year's resolution, and then they try to do it. We're not going to wait on that. We're going to start growing it now. So definitely bring your friends, family, whoever you know that wants to invest in mobile homes, bring them on here. If not on here, let's start with Sunday coaching. That is definitely another call that we're growing. We got a webinar about to start very soon as well. We'll have some advertisements on that. But if nothing else, thank you all for joining this evening. We hope to see you Saturday and or Sunday. Have a good night.